Hey, welcome back to the series that we've been doing on Born to Die. I've been going track by track to see if I can find a deeper meaning within each of the songs. Today we're on track 4, which is titled Video Games. From what I understand, this is viewed as her debut song and her debut single, so this is kind of like the starting point for all of her music. So I'm excited to get into this one today. I think it also has a music video, so we'll also watch that. So let's just get started. Did that beginning bell and first shot look like Vecna's world from Stranger Things?
Swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name. Open up a beer and you say get over here and play a video game. I'm in his favorite sundress, watching me get undressed, take that body downtown. I say you the bestest, leaning for a big kiss, put his favorite perfume on, go play a video game.
Alright, so let's read that first verse. It says, swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name, open up a beer and say get over here and play a video game. I'm in his favorite sundress, watching me get undressed, take that body downtown. I say you're the bestest, lean in for a big kiss, put on your favorite perfume and go play a video game. My first thoughts is maybe like a high school or a younger relationship when everything is kind of like simple, when like the only thing that you care about is wearing his favorite perfume, wearing his favorite dress, he's pulling up to your front yard, and then you play video games. I feel like the idea of playing video games is when you're in a comfortable relationship where you don't feel the need to go do all these extravagant things. You just like spending time with that person. So I do think it is a younger relationship and just they're doing simple things that maybe a teenager would be doing at that time.
It's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do.
Something I really like about the transition from the first verse to the chorus is that the chorus, I'm going to go back and read the lyrics in a second, but it almost seems like it's a little bit of a cry for love in a way. And I like the way that she's like sounding like exactly how you would think someone would be doing as they're like trying to, I don't want to say beg, but like get that attention from that person. But that's kind of what I noticed with the change in production slash like the vocal delivery. But it says, it's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you want to do. I heard you like bad girls, honey, is that true? It's better than I ever knew. They say the world is built for two, only worth living if someone is loving you, and baby, you do. One of the first things I've noticed is I said in a couple tracks that she does like to make connections to religion or heaven in general, so I know that's another thing that she's referencing here about saying heaven is a place on earth. I'm still leaning more in towards a younger relationship in my head just because you can have full committed love and I think that's a very real thing, but something about a high school relationship or a younger relationship saying that you can't physically live without this person, you like bad girls. I feel like as you get into adult relationships, you're maybe not concerned as much about if the person likes bad girls. That feels like a teenage perspective of like, I'm going to be the thing that you want me to be. Regardless of the age group I'm thinking that this is targeting, I do think that this is a nice and sentimental love song because I really like the lyrics where it said, only worth living if someone is loving you and baby you do. So that's giving that person that reassurance that if all else fails, you know that you still have me. And I just feel like that's like the highest form of like reassurance in any type of relationship.
Singing in the old bars, swinging with the old stars, living for the fame. Kissing in the blue dark.
Was that her that fell? I can't tell. I don't think so, but what?
I am pulling wild dots, video game.
Are you alright? He's alright.
He holds me in his big arms, drunk, and I am
Okay, no, I don't think that's her.
seeing stars. This is all I think of. Watching all our friends fall in and out of old clothes. This is my idea of fun, playing video games.
All right, so the second verse said, singing in the old bars, swinging with the old stars, living for the fame, kissing in the blue dark, playing pool and wild darts and video games. He holds me in his big arms, drunk and I see stars. This is all I think of. Watching all our friends in and out old Pauls. This is my idea of fun, playing video games. I feel like this could have a couple meanings because I already think of a couple. The part about singing in the old bars, maybe this is talking about her rise to fame with this relationship that she's carrying on with her and how it's still lasting. And she was able to tie video games back into it. I don't know if it's literally video games, but in my head, when you're playing games in a old bar, I'm thinking of like Pac-Man. I know that's completely irrelevant, but my head is like they are playing Pac-Man when she's not on the stage because that's their like comfort thing to do. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this part, but I also think her saying video games could also be kind of thinking about like how love is essentially a game in a way. And I only think that because the part about watching our friends fall in and out of old Paul's kind of makes me think of a church. So maybe they're talking about like marriages, divorces, funerals. Like maybe she's just noticing the people around her going through what I'm going to say is like heartache. And her relationship is still lasting because maybe she knows how to play the game or the video game right because love is a game. Or maybe she's just talking about video games. I don't know. But I feel like there is definitely a couple more meanings that could be interpreted from those lyrics.
It's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for
This is also probably pretty irrelevant, but whenever she says, do you like the bad girls? I keep thinking of the other songs that I've heard. And considering this is like her first song in a way, I feel like her asking that person if they like bad girls led her into the gangster route that she goes into every other song with her choices of men.
two. Only with living if somebody is loving you. And baby, now you do. It's all for you. Everything I do, I'll tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you want to do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that
One thing that I feel like I say in every time I do a Lana track is with the music videos and even the aesthetics of the song, I could really tell how much of a trendsetter she is and like maybe how like people followed in the aesthetics that she did. Because this is dated all the way back to 2013. And I wasn't a person on Tumblr. I've never had a Tumblr. But I remember like seeing like vines or like just memes, I guess you could say, about Tumblr and like that era point, and I can definitely like associate this with that, and I think that's exactly what it ended up being, but I can totally see it now in hindsight even though I wasn't in there in that moment.
true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two. Only worth living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do. Now you do.
I can't let you in.
I'm sure someone does, but can someone explain to me who the celebrity that keeps falling is in the music video? I don't know if that's her trying to say like that is her future or like maybe that's something that she's going to go through in her lifetime. I don't really know the connection to that, so I'd like to know if anyone does know. All right, so that was the end of Video Games by Lana Del Rey. One interesting feeling that I don't know why I have is I have a feeling of like nostalgia. I don't know if that's actually from the song or the music video, or maybe I have heard this song subconsciously. Like it doesn't sound super familiar to me, but maybe like I mentioned earlier, I'm associating it with a time frame and like I have memories from then. So like I don't know if that's the reason, but it definitely kind of gives you like a nice and warm feeling of like happiness and then also just like I said, nostalgia. And I don't know if everyone else feels that when they listen to the song, but I feel like that's also a sign of good art is when you're able to make people feel things even though they're not super connected to the song. Like I said, I didn't listen to this at a certain point in time. It's not a song that I'm like super relating to at the moment. So like I don't really know how to explain it, but I think this is definitely a great song and I really enjoyed it. But tell me what you think of the song. Tell me if I'm missing anything. I love to know the added perspective that you guys give me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.